Welcome back to N's Castle. As you can see, there's a lot more to this place than just going to fight M. You can talk to a bunch of Plasma members who clearly, well, at least this one doesn't have any remorse about what he's doing. And, but you're gonna see some other Plasma members that are a bit less, they don't promote, the hard stance nearly as much. So I think, okay, yeah, as you go through the castle, you're going to be greeted by each member of the Shadow Triad individually. In this castle, yes, I can switch my Pokemon, access my PC, heal my Pokemon, whatever I want to do, I can do it in this castle. But I think I'm given the option to go back to the Pokemon League anyway in case I need to grind or whatever. But yeah, in this room, we are going to meet Anthea and Concordia, who are, well, they do absolutely nothing. Well, Anthea at least has the courtesy to heal your Pokemon, but otherwise they do absolutely nothing. They are sort of relevant in N's backstory, though, as these two were N's caretaker from the first moments when he was taken in by Ghetsis. Anthea and Concordia were as well, and their role was to take care of N. And as she's saying, well, N doesn't have many good memories of this castle, because, well, Concordia is about to explain that, N was brought up with Pokemon, not humans. Pokemon that were betrayed, mistreated, and hurt by bad people, and God knows how much of that mistreatment came from Ghetsis himself. So this is basically what was going on. Ghetsis deliberately only brought these Pokemon closer to N to persuade N that Pokemon and people living together was an aberration that had to be stopped. So we just learned part of Ghetsis' master plan, which he has been plotting for at least a good decade, if not two. This guy is just absolutely crazy. I know Cyrus sounded like a cold-hearted bastard and you'd want to punch him, but Ghetsis, sorry, he has every other Pokemon antagonist completely outmatched. He is the most cruel bastard in the franchise. And yeah, there are a few items that you can pick up in this castle to get ready for the battle that lies ahead. And we're done with the first floor. So yeah, Ghetsis, there are no words to explain just how much of a despicable bastard he is. He was written to perfection. I mean, there's nothing likable about the guy. Nothing at all. No redeeming features whatsoever. And yeah, apparently these scientists managed to hack into the PC storage system, as they hinted at. Okay, I can access my PC from here, which is good, although a little sloppy. Why would they let me access my PC from here? Are they interested in that thing called winning? Nonetheless, as that one over there said, they're just waiting for N to give the order to release every Pokemon, to just release every Pokemon that's in the PC system, and N is only interested in giving that order after he's beaten me into the ground. Which, I'm going to remind you, is not going to happen. And, okay, this one grunt here, as I was saying, you can find some that are a little less, insensitive than the rest, and he admits that he may not be cut out for Team Plasma. I think we met an ex-Plasma grunt in Opaloosa that was repentant. And, okay, this one here. Okay, so the Pokemon's grown attached to him even though he uses it as a tool. So, this guy clearly was brought up with the idea that Pokemon are tools, and, okay, this guy is the one that is going to take me to the Pokemon League if I need to buy stuff, grind, whatever. Okay. Why are you giving me an Ultra Ball? As I said, do you want to win? Jesus! I honestly have no words. It's like they do everything in their power to lose. And, oh, now I get it. I think the reason for this is that you cannot, like, run out of Pokeballs while fighting Zekrom. You know, it would eliminate the need to have to go back to the Pokemon League at the very least, because you're forced to catch Zekrom. You can't just make it faint or anything. You are absolutely forced to catch it in order to continue on. And here's the last of the Shadow Triad. Okay, so we're going to visit Anne's room, guys. Are you ready for, I don't know how to explain it, but let's just go into the room and see and also listen. This was where Anne spent his childhood with those abused Pokemon. And, you know, it's just the music and what's in there, it's just so perfect. It just goes to show just the kind of abuse that Anne was under at Ghetsis' hands. It's just, I honestly can't put it into words, so I'm not even gonna try. But yeah, just to come back to those two guys that were hacking into the PC system earlier, well, it's sort of weird that this hasn't happened before. I mean, can you imagine just how much hinges on that PC system having a decent firewall? So, yeah, imagine if that PC storage system was hacked. It would just screw over so damn much. It would be like, you know, sort of hacking the Pentagon or something, except that these PC storage systems are just designed by individual people that may have much lesser competence than say the Pentagon, for example. Anyway, just as we were about to enter Anne's throne room, we are interrupted by Ghetsis, of course. So he's going to give us one of his rousing speeches once again. That guy, sorry, I'm going to say it again, he really loves the sound of his own voice, even though we never get to hear it at all, but whatever. Now, Ghetsis is going to proceed to explain what we've all figured out quite a while ago, namely that his aims are, well, how can I say it?
Of course!
Thank you. So, yeah, the gloves are now off. We know exactly what's at stake. What we are fighting for, something that is far worse than just mere liberation of all Pokemon, but rather complete dominion of Unova by Team Plasma. So, okay, he's done, finally. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put Sigilith in the lead. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, are you retarded? But trust me, I have a very good reason for doing so that I'm going to explain in just a moment, because now, welcome to Anne's throne room. We just heard Ghetsis' goal, now let's hear Anne's, even though we know his intentions are pure and innocent, but as Concordia just said, there's nothing more frightening than innocence. And I guess the point of this scene is to convey just how much we are screwed because I haven't been recognized as the hero yet by Zekrom. So, let's just, I don't know, what was the point of, you know, just breaking up the scene like that? I mean, yeah, that's what N is saying. Zekrom isn't responding, so seems like I'm not the hero that is required after all, so yeah, as I was saying, it's sort of meant to convey that, you know, I'm screwed because Zekrom isn't here to help me, even though, you know, I'm perfectly capable of beating him without Zekrom. In fact, that's what I will be doing. Making Alder look like the biggest scrub in the universe in comparison. But then again, this is in-game Pokemon, so who doesn't look like a scrub compared to me? Yes, I know the obvious answer, Blue. Thank you for reminding me of that, even though you didn't do it yet. Anyway, here's Reshiram to come and fight for Anne. And, yeah. I get the point. I'm screwed. Except not really. Whoa! Easy there, killer! The battle hasn't even started yet! Stop doing that! You're just ruining this awesome-looking place! I mean, sure, it's the enemy stronghold, but I still like I still like the way it looks and everything, so... yeah, Reshiram just completely wrecked Anne's room, his throne, everything. And that's gonna be one motherfucking repair bill. Anne should probably be scolding it like, don't you know how to use the door like everybody else, Reshiram? Anyway, the Darkstone is finally responding to Reshiram's presence. I was about to say Reshiram's Zekrom, which would be completely crazy. Anyway, this is exactly what it looks like. Zekrom is awakening. The Darkstone draws in the aura of the surroundings and converts it into a powerful force which is now being released. So, we're gonna get another cool-looking cutscene, at least for the standards at which the DS has accustomed us to, I guess. But, anyway, I'm going to ruin this cutscene with some strategy talk. The reason why I'm going with Sigilif in the lead is that I have two options as far as the fight with N goes. I can use the Zekrom I have freshly caught as my lead, sending a party Pokemon to the PC, or I am forced to use the same lead for both the fights against Zekrom and N. Now, the idea behind using Sigilif is that I don't want to use a Zekrom against N's Reshiram, simply because it's going to have no EVs, a 2-level disadvantage. It's just going to get mauled by Reshiram. Because I don't know if I've made myself clear on that, but the idea is that if you opt to send one of your Pokemon into PC in favor of Zekrom, you are forced to lead with Zekrom, which, as I said, is not a very compelling idea to me. Anyway, Zekrom seems to want to be caught, according to Anne. Then again, we've been on enough of these adventures to know that whenever we see a legendary, it's always all like, hey, I'm a legendary! Catch me! Anyway, here we go! Battle against Zekrom with a catch rate of 45, 15 times the usual catch rate of a legendary. So, now, what I'm going to do, of course I'm going to be switching out Sigilif. I was putting it in the lead mostly for Anne's Reshiram, since the rest of my team is really weak to Reshiram. Anyway, of course I'm going to go for Excadrill because it completely walls Zekrom. It's got like Slash, Fusion Bolt, Dragon Breath, stuff like that. And I'm not confident in Zekrom's ability to take an Earthquake from Excadrill, so I'm just going to go with some X-Scissors, maybe some Rock Slides as well. So X-Scissor number 2 puts it down. Okay, so one more X-Scissor ought to do it, and just the damage that I've done so far suggests that I was right in not using Earthquake. Just look at that. That was 240 power, one Earthquake would have had 300, and it would have definitely killed it. Now, I'm going to send in Lilligant. Hopefully it manages to survive this one hit, maybe a second one if Sleep Powder misses. Fusion Bolt, alright! How much damage is it going to do? 48 damage! Okay, now, let's go with Sleep Powder, which misses Slash. Okay, it does almost as much damage as Fusion Bolt did. And this time, Sleep Powder connects, so now it's in the red and asleep, which should be a guaranteed catch, if my math is correct, or at least close to it. So, at the time we're at, it's like 9:30, so I shouldn't have any trouble catching it in a Dusk Ball. 3. Here we go! Though, as I said, there's, I have no merit for that, though, one ball catch. Zekrom and, as well as Reshiram, they both have, a catch rate that's 15 times higher than most other legendaries. No, I do not want to nickname my Zekrom, and I'm gonna get the chance to add it to my party from the box. No, I don't want it. I don't want it to get curb stomped by Reshiram. I think keeping my usual team is my best option. So, we're just about to witness a clash of titans. Hero versus hero. Unstoppable force versus immovable object! Next time!